Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today is we are playing Cavalcade Aggro, Rakdos Cavalcade. And this is, so it's a 2-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less attacks, Cavalcade of Calamity, it deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. And so basically it turns all of our creatures into, where is he? Vicious Conquistador. So Vicious Conquistador, whenever it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life. So all of our cheap creatures gain that ability. So we do have this in there because it works. We also have Grasping Scoundrel because Grasping Scoundrel becomes a 2/1 as it's attacking, but before it does get that bonus as well. So we're trying to get as much value out of this as possible, creating a bunch of just really cheap creatures. We're only playing 18 lands with this, nothing over 2 mana. We have a couple fungal infections, so we can actually kind of have an ability get another 1/1 that we can swing in with on the next turn. Burglar Rat, I was initially playing with 4 copies of these, but I decided to go down to the 2. We actually wanted more stuff in the early turns. I felt like we wanted some run-amucks, lightning strikes, and shocks as well, just to kind of get rid of the annoying early turn creatures. Once we build up a big enough board with our Goblin Instigators, Tillinolly Summoner, which Tillinolly Summoner, I tested it out. I wasn't positive, but the copies do come in after the trigger. That's kind of what I thought, but I wanted to test it out. So the copies come in after the trigger, so they don't get the initial boost of damage. Otherwise, this would be amazing. But it does. You do have them for the next turn as long as you hit the ascend, which we can do with this deck if we ever draw a little bit more land with this than we can. But it's a good kind of late game. It's still something we can do. We swing in for a big thing, and then the next turn we have 5 or 6 of those guys. We get to swing in again, and tends to win the game there. So anyway, this is definitely not a very competitive deck. It's one of those, like, this is a fun thing to try, and you'll get those occasional games that are awesome, but it's one of those that you kind of scoop it early if you don't get the combo off. And so it's a quick deck to be playing through, getting those rewards that you're trying to go for in the early game. So that's what this one's for. And so let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, and here we go. Wish me luck. All right, up against Parrots. Bring it on, Parrots. And we'll see how this goes. Yep, this is awesome. This is fantastic, actually. Yeah, Swamp, and let's go for Conquistador. I mean, Conquistador, I guess, is just technically better. This can trade with more, so there is that. All right, Dragon Skull Summit, perfect. Let's see here. So let's Dusk Legion Zealot this time. Next turn we can play Grasping Scoundrel and Clamp. Yeah, there we go. All right, so swing in for 1. And we can even hold up Run Amok, maybe. All right, so they're not playing anything. Perfect. All right, so perfect. So Cavalcade of Calamity. Fanatical Firebrand. Alright, so they gained the 3 life that we're about to do to them. But we're doing 4 more, so yeah, there we go. Get a few triggers. Down to 14. Not playing anything else. This might be like a Root Snare deck. Alright, I'm just going to play this beforehand. I'm kind of waiting, seeing if they have stuff. Alright, so go to combat, swing in. I'm going to see if they have like a Root Snare or whatever. I'm really interested to see what deck this is. Alright, so it's all combat damage. So we're still getting in a lot of damage. This is actually exactly the deck we want to be doing this to. So go ahead and go drawing now. We need to find another one. Oh man. Alright. And they have to have a board wipe, or else they're dead next turn. Oh, if they have an Ixalan's Binding, I'm going to be so frustrated. No Ixalan's Binding. Alright, perfect. We win. Alright. Second one, and that is game. We swing in. And yes! 10 points of damage before we even hit them. Love it! Love it. Oh, that's the perfect hand for this, is like if we can get that. But it doesn't always happen, but that's good. All right, up against kinda Canish, and I really hope that we can get another game like last one. That was so fun. We're gonna keep that. It's not bad. Um, bring out Vicious Conquistador. All right, well, yep, can attack. All right, I actually think Burglar Rat is really good here. So Burglar Rat, we're totally fine trading off, or at least they think we will be. We get to basically get 2 cards worth of advantage here. Swing in. Down to 18, pass a turn. All right, so they do swing in. They don't swing in. We actually don't want to trade here. All right, Fanatical Firebrand. And opponent keeps it up. All right, well, apparently we just Burglar Rat actually is pretty good. Like if we can get rid of disrupt their hand early on, it helps so much. All right, up against TJ Moose, bring it on Moose, and well, this deck has been interesting so far. I feel like if we get, it's really dependent on a good hand, which I mean most decks are, but this one's like extra dependent on like being able to do good stuff right away. All right, we're gonna play Mountain and pass the turn, and I'm gonna hold on to the Shock just in case they play Vanguard here, or not that guy, Pride Mate. So we are gonna go ahead and shock that right away. The Vanguard we can deal with. Blood Crypt. All right, well, Dragon Skull Summit, Goblin Instigator. Pass the turn. So the goal is just to build our board wide at the moment. Tillinolly Summoner could be really fun. Lightning Strike will hopefully kill the next Pride Mate. Don't have another one. Alright, there we go. Alright, so Dragon Skull Summon's actually good. So Lightning Strike here again. Alright, Moment of Triumph is bad. But Hired Poisoner just means that they can never swing in with him. So no attacks, pass the turn. Yep, gains life, pumps the Dork. Alright, well, we're just going to play Blood Crypt. Man, we have drawn a lot of lands for this deck. Which means we're going to have an awesome Tillinolly Summoner, but no attacks. This is the reason why I played Higher Poisoner, is it does let us go into late game with against a lot of decks. They have a lot of ways to gain life, though. Alright, down to 17, pass the turn. Alright, tapped. Cavalcade of Calamity. No attacks. Next turn we can play a big Tillinolly Summoner. Or we can pay for quite a lot. Which, I mean, it will definitely die, but we get a lot of damage through, and then we can do it again. The issue is just how much life they're gaining with this deck. Like, and another lifelinker. Ooh, that is actually good. That's bad how good that is. Oh, man. So we can create 5 more guys for the next turn. We're going to wait and see if they swing in with the Healer's Hawk. We do so much better if they do swing in, so. Alright, now we concede. Alright, up against Pendragon, and here we go. Just so you guys know, Pendragon, it's a great series of books. Really, really like those ones. We're going to keep this. We have a handful of 1-drops and a Calamity, so pay the 2. Play Grasping Scoundrel, actually. Alright, and Fanatical Firebrand. Well, we're playing aggressively. We only have 1 land, but we have a lot of 1-drops, so hopefully this is enough. Alright, so... Ooh, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and start playing our Cavalcade. Get as much damage in each turn as we can. So we're doing 5 damage a turn now. Yep, down to 12 past the turn, and then we also have our lightning strikes. So if we draw land, I think we're in pretty good shape here. Alright, Hero of Precinct 1. We're probably just going to kill that to keep getting in damage. Alright, there we go, perfect. Alright, so lightning strike here. Vicious Conquistador. Swing in. Right, down to 7, and we have lethal next turn. Kaya's Wrath. Alright, I was worried. Like, something's got to be going wrong now. Ooh, and land? Land is bad. We're going to go ahead and play it. Pass the turn. So, next turn we can do 3, almost enough. Another Kaya's Wrath. Wow. That is one thing. They kind of have to keep our board clear now. Alright, pass to my turn. Dusk Legion Zealot. See if we can draw another creature. Grasping Scoundrel. Good. Alright, pass the turn. Another Kaya's Wrath? Wow, they had 3. Alright, Fanatical Firebrand. I'm going to go ahead and burn him now. Down to 2, past the turn. We have a lot of things that can kill him now, and they only have so much mana. Ooh, March the Multitudes. Alright, pass the turn. So, March of Multitudes does save him. Tome of the Guild Pact. Interesting. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, draw a card. Well, they're still pretty low in life. Alright, we don't want them to gain life here. We're going to go ahead and block that, kill the other one. Ooh, there we go. Alright, perfect. Game. Game. Oh, yeah. So, down to 0. You know, Fireblade Artist might have a spot in this one just because it's hasty. It doesn't trigger Cavalcade, but it does get to fire off our guys each turn, which is actually useful. So maybe a playset of Fireblade Artist is actually good in this deck as well. Alright, up against Parwin. Bring it on, Parwin. And, that's a good hand. Yeah, we're going to keep this. Absolutely. Opponent is going first, but, yeah, alright. Pay the 2 life. Grasping Scoundrel. Hired Poisoner is actually very important against green decks. Hired Poisoner can stop a lot of stuff. Alright, Dread Skull Summit, Fanatical Firebrand. And let's go ahead and get down Conquistador. Hopefully no Ritual Set. Alright, Sapper. We're actually just going to shock here. Kill that. And Grasping Scoundrel. And swing in for 4. Down to 13. Twilight Prophet. Alright, we're just going to act like we're just being aggressive here. Alright, they block there. We run amok. Kill their Twilight Prophet. Down to 8 past the turn. And so, yeah, there we go. Opponent scoops it up. Whew! Alright, well, that one worked. Alright, up against Anno. And another thing too, so I have thought about putting in Tetsuko into this deck, just making all of our things with 1 power unblockable, which would be amazing. And honestly, I probably ought to do it. I just wanted to go with black. Like, honestly, if you go Grixis Cavalcade, it wouldn't be too bad. You have a little bit more card draw. It's not as aggressive. I feel like all the black creatures are like the most aggressive in that. These guys don't work with Tetsuko really though. Man, I really want to keep this. We're going to have to mulligan though. I think without red mana. Like if this was a dual colored land, then I would maybe keep it. Alright, so opponent is playing. Alright. Not a gate there. We're going to go ahead and pay the 2 life here. Fanatical Firebrand. So honestly with this deck, you have to demoralize to actually win, because you don't typically have enough stuff in hand to always win the game. But, ooh, there we go. Alright, Burglar Rat, we're going to go ahead and fire that off. Get rid of some stuff from their hand. Getting rid of cards in the early turns is really hard, I feel like. I was debating on keeping the full playset of Burglar Rat, but I felt like it was a little too expensive. It's fun though. Alright, down to 18, pass the turn. Alright, Rhythm of the Wild. Fungal Infection's not bad, actually. We're going to go ahead and start getting in some damage, though. So we're going to play Dusk Legion Zealot and maybe hope for land for Fungal Infection. Fiery Cannonade only kills 1 of our guys. This is a pirate. And so is this one. Alright, down to 12 past the turn. And we've been going a little slower with this one. Oh, that's not a pirate, that's a vampire. I don't know what I'm talking about. With a counter. Alright, well, Hired Poisoner. Vicious Conquistador. Let's just fill up our board. Pass the turn. We could swing in there, and he trades off with 1 of them. Like, honestly, he probably ought to just be as aggressive as possible. Just swing in all the time. But I feel like with our extra Cavalcade here, we should be... That's a better play. We get in 8 damage. Yeah, if they only have 1 blocker, we just kill them. Alright, yeah, so they only have 1 blocker. Actually, they get a swing in with this. I'm not sure if they do. They're probably just going to put a counter on it. Alright, they're giving it haste. That's bad. So we're going to swing in. Hits the Poisoner. That resolves. That's fine. Alright, now we're going to go aggressive. Yep, no blocks. Go to my turn. Land would have been nice. All right, so Cavalcade is basically a lightning strike here for us. So play Cavalcade. Yep, do some damage here. All right, down to 2, and we have a lightning strike in hand. Yes, that is what we want to see. And they have to clear the board. Yeah, they might have another fiery cannonade, which kills all but this guy. Actually, yeah, charging Monstrosaur. So I mean, honestly, they had a very aggressive deck. Like if they had had another land, they might have just killed us there. They actually would have had exactly enough. So, oh, that was close actually. If they had untapped land, they won. Oh man, all right. Well, that was a good game. All right, well, there you guys have it with Rakdos Cavalcade, and it's not an amazing deck. Like, it really isn't, but it's fun. Like, it's fun to just kind of beat people down really quickly. I've always loved funny aggro decks. I feel like just playing the basic aggro deck is fun for so long, but this kind of deck where it's like, it's a funny way to kill people, and you do it quick, and you know that if it doesn't work out, you're just dead. Like, most times you're going to lose, but I just love decks like this where they occasionally work out, and we actually pulled it out pretty often. I think I ended up playing, I'm not showing all of them on here, but I ended up playing like 10, and I won 6 out of 10. Yeah, so 6 out of 10, so 60%. Actually, that's really good. So it did have a 60% win rate. This is definitely more of a best of one type of deck, though. You definitely don't play this in best of 3. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. It helps me out so much. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.